Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and I'm going to pull out the January E-Club kit. I don't have all of the items that you do. I don't have any of the sequins. We didn't have any of those left, and I bought all that they had. But I may use a few things from my stash, but we're going to make a little mini album with the envelopes that you got in your kit and the paper and some of these other things. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to ink around my envelopes. Reason being is I'm going to put my paper on there, but I don't want my paper to come all the way to the edge. So I'm going to use picked raspberry, which I think will go well with that collection. And I'm going to go ahead and ink around all of these. Now, I'm also going to ink around, I did have one of these left, thank goodness, because I was wanting one bad. I'm going to ink around this and the card, and then we'll do some decorating on this as well. But for now, I'm going to lay that right there. So I'm going to cut the inking part out because you guys know how to ink. I've done it so many times on here. But I'm just going to do just basically like that. Not a lot, just a little bit right at the edge. And I think this color is going to go good with this collection. So I'll do that, and then we'll come back and start putting this little album together. Okay, we've got all of those inked. Let me close my ink up there. And now what you're going to do is you're going to take 2 of your envelopes. And this, I learned this way of putting these together from Janet Lane. I know a lot of you know her. She's a journaler and I don't know if she makes those little, what are they called? Oh, flip. My mind just went blank. Anyway, she makes little journals and little calendars and that kind of thing. But anyway, that is her. That's where I learned this. Now, wait a minute. The first thing you need to do, you can either cut this little flap off or you can glue it on the inside. And we're just going to glue it on the inside. I was thinking about her name and what she does and completely forgot about what I was doing. Now, probably once you get this down in there, you won't even have to glue it because I don't think it's going to want to come out. So there we go. I'm not even going to put any glue under that. I don't think it needs it. Now you're going to take this envelope and you're going to stick that right in there, just like that. So see, we've got the openings here like that, and then on this one we are going to put the glue. Now I didn't glue it before I stuck it in there because I always like to kind of dry fit everything, but go ahead and put your glue on. You can use glue stick on this if you want. I'm just going to use my art glitter glue. This is not going to show. It's going to be down on the inside of that little envelope there. I'm having a hard time today with all of my glue. It's very cold here today. And when it's really cold, my glue tends to want to freeze up on me and glue down before I want it to. That kind of thing. Now, just make sure that you've got the edges right together. Okay, so you want your envelopes to be even. Just like that, as even as possible. Of course, you know that no 2 envelopes are made the same, I'm sure, because they're made in a big factory, but you can make them as even as you can. They don't have to be perfect. Now I'm going to slip just a little bit more glue right down in there since I had to kind of pull mine up and adjust, and then I can press that back down. So there we go. That is your front and back cover to your little mini album right there. Now what you're going to do is you're going to slide this one down in here. Take another one, slide it right down in there, slide it up to the edge to where they fold, And then I'm just going to stick glue in like this. To me, it's easier than trying to put it in there with the glue on it. Now, the glue stick would probably help you because I know it doesn't glue, you know, as soon as you put it in there. But this art glitter glue today, it is catching as soon as I put it in there. So I'm just going to glue like that, and it works just the same. Then you're going to take your next one. You're going to do the same thing. Or you can put it on this side. Let's just put this one this way. I really don't think that it matters. I've done these a couple of times before, and I've not seen that it makes a big difference, but we'll just alternate. Okay, gonna glue that right there. Just make sure that I pulled it in there nice and tight. Glue that one down. And now ever so often I like to fold it up and just make sure that I'm getting it folded correctly and that kind of thing. So there we go. And then this one we're going to slide down in here. Okay. And we're going to lift that up and put a little bit of glue right there. Okay. All right. Now go ahead and fold it over, and then I like to reinforce or burnish that fold just so that it folds over well. So there we go. We've got our little start to our mini. So there are the pages right there. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start covering, and we're going to make a few little pockets, different things like that. Now for the front, I went ahead and pulled these papers out because these are the ones that I want on the front. And I want this one at the top, and then I want this one at the bottom, because I don't want quite so much of this floral on the front. So I'm just going to mark it about where I want to tear it off. Let's see, I'm going to tear, so I'm going to leave it a little bit larger than what I normally would to tear it. So let's see if that works. Now I'm going to use my decal edge ruler to tear this because I want that little jagged edge. So, and I'm just going to use my grid here to hopefully help me get it pretty straight. Let's see, I'm going to move it just a tiny bit. There we go. Oh yeah, I like that. And then, let's see, this way, where did I make that little mark? Right there. I hope that's right. Where are my envelopes? Yeah, that looks good. Just got a little of that white showing. And I'm trying to tear a tiny little piece. It's the reason it slid out from under there. There we go. Whoops. Pulled it up too quick. Now I want this to look kind of rough, so I'm not even going to worry about it being a little off or a little over to one side or the other. I could have made it just a tiny bit bigger, but I didn't. So what we'll do is we will just bring our ink in a little bit more. Just fade that ink out. So instead of putting any more on my little tool, I'm just going to brush it in there. Now if you're cutting yours, you'll be able to get a much better measurement than I did. But that is fine with me right there. Let's see. Let me make sure that I'm getting it. Yeah, I like that. I don't mind that at all. because we're going to put lots of other things on here, so not to worry. And yes, I'm going to ink around all of my pieces. I'm just going to look and see. Yeah, this way. Okay, so we're going to glue that down, but before I glue it down, I'm going to put a little closure on this. And I'm just going to use a piece of this brown seam binding. You guys got some of this in a kit not too long ago. And I'm just going to use this. You can use the little string that came in your kit. You can use your own ribbon, lace, just whatever you would want to use. I'm going to grab a little piece of washi and put on there. Sorry about the slamming. Okay. And I'm just going to try to center it up pretty good. Doesn't matter if it's real accurate or not, just a little. That's just enough to hold it right there. And let's see, that's pretty good, pretty good. All right, now we can glue this down like that. So I have had some of the new people that have joined the e-club that have asked, you know, when are videos going up for what to make and the project that you're supposed to make and all that. I want to tell you guys again, these are open kits. Therefore, it's open to your interpretation. In other words, you make what you want to make out of it. We give you suggestions like this, but that doesn't mean that's what you've got to make. That's why they're called open kits. So you just make what you want to make. I will give you as many suggestions as I can, and the admins will as well, or not admins, but the design team will. But, you know, that's why we have them as open kits, because a lot of people just like to get things that coordinate in the mail, just a kit that coordinates. So that's what these are. These are not necessarily, you know, this is what you do, this is the project you got to make, and that kind of thing. They are open kits. So open kits means they're open to your interpretation. I don't even think that, let's see, Melina is a designer for Coco Daisy, and they get a kit. Their kits are open kits. Now, Melina does do a little, you know, video each month or a post that shows what she does with hers, but that doesn't mean that's what you've got to do with your kit. That's just a suggestion like we give. So we're just giving you suggestions. So please keep that in mind when you sign up, that these are open kits. So open means that it's open to your interpretation. You make what you want to make. If you want to make what we make, that's fine. But if you don't, then you make whatever you want. You know, a lot of people don't do little mini albums, or they don't do cards, or which I don't do cards. So, you know, we had a designer that did beautiful cards, but she had to drop out. She had some things going on, and so she had to drop out, and I sure do miss her. Kathy, I just want you to know I miss you, girl. I really miss her because she made beautiful cards, and I need another designer that likes to make cards and things like that, because I know there's still people out there who like to make cards. It's just not one of my things. I'm not good at it. I'm not good at thinking about, you know, a design for a card. Every now and then I can come up with one, but it's not something that sticks in my brain. I don't know. I'm not a card maker. That's just all you can say. So, that being said, if you have a YouTube channel, you have to have a YouTube channel, because there's not much way that you can do designing and it help the company out a lot, unless you have a YouTube channel. So if you have a YouTube channel and you like to make cards or 3D projects, mini albums, anything like that, and you would like to be a designer on our E-Club Kit team, then please message me. Do not leave it in the comments below, please, because I won't see it. I see the comments and I read, but a lot of times I don't have time to respond there, and I may lose it. So email me at the email that's listed below if you're interested. But do not leave it in the comments. I lose things when they're down there. And sometimes if I'm really busy, Melina will read it for me, and you know, she may not copy it to me. Most of the time she tries to copy me on everything, but sometimes she may not copy it to me, so therefore it would be lost. All right, I like the front of that. Now we're going to do other things on here, but I'm not going to put those on here yet because we're going to do the inside first. Now on the inside, I don't know that I'm going to tear the paper because I want to make pockets on each one of these. So I'm thinking I may just measure right up to the edge and then cut my paper for the inside, because I want my pockets to come right up there, I think. And then we'll cut out a little thumb hole or thumb punch, thumb hole, whatever they're called. Thumb. Tom Thumb. I don't know what they're called. I call them little, half the time I call them hole punches, half the time I call them thumb pulls. I don't know. I call it whatever I can think of at the moment. Sometimes when I'm busy crafting, I can't even think of my own name, so it is not pretty. Okay. Well, I look like I didn't cut that straight, Edith Ray. Goodness gracious. Let's see if I did. No, I guess I did. It looks straight. Maybe it's just the envelope. And that will happen too. Sometimes your envelope will be a little off. But it doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, keep that in mind. Write that on your refrigerator. You don't have to be perfect, and it doesn't have to be perfect. There's nothing in this life that's perfect. I don't care who you are or where you go. Now, I'm going to punch a little pull right there. And I'm going to use my 2-inch oval just because I like how that looks. Now this video may be a little bit longer than usual. If you don't like that, then I don't know what to tell you. Don't watch, I guess. Now I'm going to leave this white down in here. You could ink it up if you want to, but I'm going to leave it because I don't mind that because we've got white on here. Now I'm going to put my ink, this is glue, Edith. I'm going to put my glue on here, on the envelope, and not on the paper, because you don't want to glue your pocket together. There we go. And let me know if the lighting is well enough today. We got my new lights up, and I've got them turned down just a little bit because it's so sunny outside that they were really bright, and I was afraid it was going to be too bright for you guys. So let me know if I need more light, if that's enough light, or just what. I know sometimes my other lights would wash out and wash everything out. So there we go. There's our first pocket and our first page. I love that. That's pretty. That's a pretty paper right there. Okay, what are we going to put over here? I think... Oh yeah, I like that together. Now on this one, you can have a pocket or you can leave it just like it is. I'm going to leave this side open and have another pocket, but you could leave the top open and have a pocket when you glue this piece down. Either way that you want it would be fine. It would work. But I think I'm going to leave this over here. You know, it's still bugging me what Janet Lane is known for. I'll have to go look her channel up in a minute when I finish this just to see. Okay, where did I make my mark? Who sees it? I do. Oh, there it is. And I don't throw away those little scraps. I use those. Okay. There we go. Yes, that works right there. And now I'm going to leave this side of it open, so I'm going to cut me a little piece right there so I'll know not to close that. Oh, and while I've got you guys on here, we got quite a bit of new product in. We're still waiting on more of the Stamperia, but that should be here hopefully by next week. I'm hoping that it will be. I'm going to trim this off just a tiny bit because this envelope's a little crooked and I don't want that to go up in my corner there to make it hard to fold. But, you know, we're having problems getting product in just like you guys are having problems getting your mail sent to you. We ship out just as fast as we can when we get your orders, but, you know, that doesn't mean that you're going to get it fast. So once it leaves our shop, it's out of our control. Okay, so that's what we're going to do right there. So we're just going to glue here, here, and here, and leave that little piece open. I love making little mini albums like this. I usually make some like this and give to my granddaughter. She's 16 and she uses them for her little diaries and things like that. And she does drawings, so she puts drawings in them and tucks them in the little pockets. Lots of different things that you can do with them, but I usually give them to her because she loves them. All right, right there, I'm going to leave that open, just like I did the other. And I don't think I inked that once I cut it. There we go. So there's 2 pockets and 2 pages. Now we're going to cover this one and this one the same as we did this first one. We're going to leave this up here open and that up there open so that we'll have 2 more pockets. So what shall we use? Let's just use these trucks. I like those. Those are cute. And I'd rather measure like this and cut one at a time as to try to cut them all. And then some of my envelopes are a little bit smaller than others and things like that. This just seems to be a little bit better way because I know all these envelopes are probably not the same. Even though they all came out of the same pack, that doesn't mean they're all the same. Yes, I'm a little chatterbox today because I have had a little bit too much caffeine. So I have been running my mouth since I got up this morning. And hubby just decided that he would leave the premises. I was asking him too many questions. He's like, I'm leaving. He said, I got to go to the post office and I got some things to do. I'm out of here. I said, okay. Alright, so I had a lot of comments from you guys that you enjoyed the video that I did and I didn't edit the part that I did the Roxy challenge. So let me know. Let me know in the comments below if that's something that you'd like to see, which I will be doing on all of her challenges. I won't be editing. Once I start the clock, I won't edit until the end. Well, I really won't edit the end either. But a lot of you said that you had a good laugh at me. And that was fine. I'd rather you laugh at me as anybody else, that's for sure. But I don't mind that at all. I laughed at myself. When I listened to it back, I thought, oh my goodness, you can't even think of what the word is. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Okay. There's another pocket, and I'm just going to make sure that I'm not gluing these pockets together. Where is my little tool? Sometimes my glue slides. There we go. I'm not. Okay, there's another one. So we're going to put one on this side. What are we going to use for over there? I don't want it too flowery. I don't think that's a word. Too floral. There we go. That'll look good there. So we put one kind of busy and one not so busy. But I'll be happy to do more videos that don't have a lot of editing in them. You know, I do edit out and I don't edit a lot anyway, but I do edit out when I do a lot of inking or when I do sewing, something like that that's going to take me a little bit, and you would just be sitting here looking at a screen if I didn't. So I do edit those things out because I don't want the video to be, 2 hours long just because I'm sitting here inking 15,000 pages. But, I'll be happy to do more of those if you'd like for me to. Let's see which way. I think on this side. I don't know if there's an up or down. And somebody said, I enjoyed seeing the real you. Well, you're seeing the real me anyway. Whether I edit or not, you're seeing the real me. It's just that sometimes I say, I do flub up words, or I can't think of my words, or, my mind just goes blank. And instead of just sitting here having a silent screen going on, I edit it out so that you don't have to watch me with that part. But I'll be happy to let you watch me with that part if you want to. I just wish you guys could join in and talk back. That would be fun. Then we'd all get to laugh at each other. That'd be so much fun. I'll be glad when we can have crops and retreats and things again. That's going to be fun. I love getting together and having retreats. It's just so much fun. Okay. Now I'm going to make sure that everything's still closing good, and it is. So just don't go past your little score line there, or don't go too close to it. Because if you do, everything's going to not fold well. And you can cut all these at the same time, so all your little openings will be the same. Mine are a little bit off, but I don't care. I'm not going to worry about it. All right. Now we've got a solid here, so I'm going to make a pocket with it opening up here on this side. And what do we want to put here? Oh, this is cute. What about that? That's cute. Now, I'm doing all of my pages this way because I figure when you're looking at it, you're going to look at it with it up this way. But you could certainly turn yours if you wanted to. Okay. And this, I have people that ask me about this trimmer every time that I use it. This is an old, I don't know how many olds it is. It is very old. I've had it for probably 25 years. This was actually the very first paper trimmer I ever had many moons ago when I first started out. I don't know that they make one exactly like this anymore. It is kind of old. But they do make others. And then I usually have linked below the video, if you go to my page that says product I use, not page, but go to the little drop down, and then you'll see, if you scroll down, it'll say product that I use, and it'll have some linked on there. I don't have any in the store right now, but we're thinking about starting carrying them. I'm just trying to find one that I like. Some of them I don't particularly like because, see, this one cuts right at the end of this little piece right here. So you can line your paper up with this and you get a perfect cut. Some of them cut on out here. So you have to guesstimate how far you pull that paper out. And I don't want that. I won't carry those. So, did you see what I just did? Yep, I did it. I punched that little hole on the wrong side. So we can either have a pocket here or I can put it on another page. Let's see. No, I can't either. Okay. We're just going to have a pocket in here. Not a biggie. And I'll have a pocket there, so that's fine. Yep. Me talking, not paying attention. And I punched it wrong. Punched it backwards. But it's still going to work. Still going to work. There we go. Make sure that's pulled back a little bit. There we go. Yep, still going to have a pocket. Oh, no, we're not. Did you see what I just did? I glued the whole thing. Did you sit there and watch me do that? I glued that whole thing down instead of leaving a pocket. I can't believe. Yes, I can. I've got to slow down and stop talking about everything. Okay, we've got it pulled up. Alrighty, that was a flub up, but we're going to fix it. I'm going to let the glue on this dry, and then I'm going to put it right around the edge. Not a problem. I'll have a little bit of pull off right here, but I can just put ink back on it again, and it'll be fine. See, I'm not going to cut that part out. That's the real me right there. That's my real flub up. So let's let that dry, and then we'll put that there. We need something over here. So that's that one. I think I'm just going to put this little page right here. That's just a little pastel. They don't let me do this one that way. Well, I can't really put this one upside down, but I can mess it up. If it can be messed up, I will mess it up. But I always try to fix it. I don't throw anything away. I figure out a way to fix it, even if I have to cover it up with bling. Okay. Now we're going to put our little opening over here. Which on this one there's not a direction, but I know you guys was yelling at me when I was doing that. See, that's why I need to be able to hear you. You could say, stop, don't do that. I love this picked raspberry ink. That is so pretty. Okay, on the envelope, not on the paper. Okay, now we're going to try to glue this back down. I think it's dry enough that it's not going to stick. Just around the edges, Edith. Just around the edges. And it may be a little rough, excuse me, the first couple of times that I try to put something in here, but it'll slowly straighten out. No problem. There we go. Much better. Okay, make sure. Yep, got a pocket there now. Now, I didn't glue the other ones together, did I? No. 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 And no. Okay. All right, now we're on this page. And see why 5 envelopes is a good number? Because it gets way too thick if you try to put more. So 5 is a really good number. If you go any further than that, the pages start really getting out of whack. Which these are going to be a little bit, but not bad. But if you go any further, then the pages are going to be all warped up. Because, you know, these are just envelopes. So, any of you people out there any of you guys who are members of the E-Club Kit and who have not joined our Facebook group, the E-Club Kit Facebook group now, not the Scrapbooking with Me, the E-Club Kit, you need to go over and join, because that is where we share all of our projects, all of the free digitals, everything that, all the perks that go along with the E-Club Kit to being a member. So you need to go over and join if you're not already a member. But you have to be a member of the E-Club Kit to join. I've had lots of people lately. As a matter of fact, I've got 34 outstanding right now that have requested to join, but they're not a subscriber to our E-Club Kit. So I can't approve you. So make sure that you are subscribed, and then make sure that you join the Facebook group, because you don't want to miss out on freebies, and we post freebies over there all the time. We give discount codes over there. That's just some of the extra perks that you get for being a member of the E-Club Kit. You know, we send you out product, but we try to give you extra perks for being a member, because, you know, we can't afford to send $100 worth of product for $34, but we can give you some extra freebies and discount codes and things like that to kind of help along. So we hope that helps you guys. All right, we got a pocket there. Look at that, I didn't glue it down. And then we need a pay thing here. Let's see. I need one that's not quite so busy. I don't think I've used, yeah, I have. I've used that. I haven't used, okay, now I can't pick it up. I haven't used the opposite side of that one, which is this. So that'd be a good one to use right there. But I want to see your projects that you make out of your E-Club kits. I want to see what others, you know, everybody has a different take on it. And everybody has different imaginations of things that they can do. So I like to see everybody else's. Okay, raise your hand if you love to craft. I love to craft. It's just, it relaxes me. It just makes me feel good. I don't know. I just love it. Okay, now what I'm going to do, let's see. I've got lots of little scrap pieces over here that I don't want to go to waste. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of these on the back. Let me look and see what all I have first before I say that. I may not have any of the right, cut the right way to do this. I could always do that and put them up that way. Oh, that would be cute. Let's cut that centerpiece down a little bit. All right, I'm going to do that. You don't have to always have full sheets of paper to make these. Use what you have. We're going to put that one down right there. And then I want this one over here. And then I just want that a little strip of that one in the middle. So I need to cut a little strip of this one first. See how little I need it. Let's see, about right there. So let's cut that one. I made a whole album one time out of scraps. I had a particular paper collection that I really fell in love with, and I couldn't find it anymore, and all I had left of it was just some scrap pieces, about like what I have here. And so I used them. I just pieced them together, and some of them I even used another sheet, like I would pull out a solid sheet of tea-dyed paper or something and glue a lot of pieces down on it, and then I would use that as a full sheet of paper. It was fun. It took a while, but it was fun. Okay, we're going to put that right there. And then we're going to ink the top, the right side, and the bottom. And we're going to butt that right up against that one and glue that down. I think that's cute. I like it. I like it. Okay, now we have all of these scraps that we can continue to use. Now, let's see. Let's do a little bit of embellishing on the inside. I'm not going to do a lot because that's going to be, you know, up to the individual. Now, I did go ahead and I cut out one of these envelopes, and this is the little envelope template that I gave you all of those envelope templates, I think, last week or week before last for free. This is one of those little envelope templates, and I'm going to use it. And I'm going to make a little pocket for the inside. I just print all of my little templates out on some strong paper. If nothing else, just use the backing off of things like this, your paper pads. And then I put them in a bag and I have them labeled. Like these are my envelope templates, and those are, you know, this and that. And that way I keep up with them. And then when I need another one, instead of me having to print something out again, I have it in my drawer. Okay, that's going to be the little top right there. Now this little template is made to close the top over if you want to. I'm not going to close that top over. I'm trying to think what I want to do exactly. I'm going to cut a little pull right here, and I may leave it like it is and have that little piece at the top. Let's see. Yeah, that'll be all right. I like that. So we're going to glue this together, and then I'm going to ink it up. I'm going to ink this first. Get my bone folder. Give it a good burnish so that all those little pieces stay folded down there. There we go. And I think I'll put that little pocket right there. I like that. But I'm going to find a little piece that'll make a nice tag to go down in there. Let's see. That would be cute. Yeah, let's just use this. It doesn't have to be as wide. It can be a little bit narrow. I don't mind that. So we're going to cut that off right there. Now you can just continue to embellish this all that you want. Like I said, I'm not going to do a ton of embellishing because we'd be here all day. And I am going to use a little tiny button for the pull right there. Now, I'm not going to stitch this button on, but you could use the thread, the gold thread that came in your kit. You could use that to stitch it on if you wanted to. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to put it on here. I can always come back and stitch through it if I want after it's glued. But that's what we're going to do right now. And then we're just going to glue that down right there. Now, I'm going to use a little bit of the scrap paper. Oh, that'll work right there. Just great. To put on here. And you could also leave the top of this to where you would have another pocket there if you wanted to. I think I'm just going to glue mine all the way down. And then that's going to tuck in there. There we go. I inked that side. Going to tuck in there. And then I'm just going to put, let's see. What am I going to put on here? I think I'll just put this right here at the top like that. Cute. I like that. And now, let's see, what else we got here? We can put a couple of pieces of bling on here. I love this square bling. So that is that. And then I'm going to glue this down somewhere in here. Let's find a good spot. That looks like it's calling for it right there. And I'm going to glue it all the way down. You could leave it the top open and put another pocket behind it if you wanted. But I'm going to glue mine all the way. I don't really think I'm going to need very many more pockets. Now, I have took one of the flowers and I've glued a paper clip to the back of it. I just used my hot glue gun. And I'm going to stick that right there. Now, that's going to put bulk in here. So if you don't want to do that, that's up to you. I may, let's see what it would look like if I just did it on the front. See, I'm not really liking it as much on the front. I don't know. We'll wait for a second and see. Now, you also got a little bit of cheesecloth. So we're going to decorate the front, and then you can go ahead and do the inside like you want. Now, the cheesecloth, I'm going to put a little piece right down here. And I'm just going to pull it in different directions to just kind of loosen it up a little bit. And I'm going to take a little towel and I'm going to take my ink dauber and I'm just going to touch that like that. This is the easiest stuff to dye you will ever dye. It is so easy because it's so thin, it just absorbs all of that. Okay, there and there. And I don't have a clue. I didn't have a clue when I come on here what I was going to make. So we're crafting on the fly. There we go. Where's my little, press that down. Okay, then you got one of these heart pieces of lace or trim, whatever you want to call it. And yes, they were cut apart, so you'll have a little piece at the bottom and the top that you can trim off. Now that's going to go right there, I know. I like that. But then I want to put something down here. So what am I going to put? And like I said, I didn't get a lot of the things that you did. I didn't get any sequins, so I can't use sequins. But I can use some of these pieces. Oh, I love that. So let's put a little ink on that. Okay, I think I like that there. Then, I want something over here. I think I'll put some flowers over here. Let's see. I think I have a pink flower instead of a white one. Let's put that there like that. Just make a little cluster. And let's see where the string is. I tell you what I'm going to do with some of the string. If I can find the end to it. Okay, so I'm going to put that under the flowers. Like that. Since those flowers have that gold in the center, I think that'll look cute. Okay, we're going to hold that down for a second. Oh, come on now. You're going to do this. There we go. You can use hot glue on this. I just decided to use my Fabri-Tac, but I probably should have used hot glue. There we go. I think it's caught now. So that, look at that. Isn't that cute? And now let's glue our little heart up here. And I think under the edge of the heart, just so that it'll show up a little bit more, that heart will show up a little bit more, I'm going to put that black piece there. So we'll go ahead and glue it down. Oh, I like that. I am liking that. Yep. So there's the front cover. Cute as it can be. And then you can open it up. You can make little tags to go in here. You know, you still got all of this that we can use. And There's that little pocket there. Lots of places for tags. Lots of places for more embellishments. Cute. Oh, what happened? Did I not have that piece glued? You should have told me. Okay, now let's try that again. Glue down right there. Cute, cute, cute. And see, we could also add some buttons in, but I'm thinking that may be enough on here. But you could put buttons down through here. That would be cute. All right. Also, you got a Nouveau glitter marker. Now, I don't know that I'm going to use that on any of this. But you have to, in order to prime it, you know, you have to pump it up and down. But I'll show you something that these are really good for. Now, I don't know what color you got. We bought all they had of one color, and then I had to turn around and buy all they had of another color. Whoops. See, I just marked wrong on that. Always come at it from the back side. And just put a little glitter around it. And I don't know, I know you can't see that. No, you can't see it. But it's real glittery now around the edge. Let me grab a scrap of something. Here we go. Scrap a book page. There's the glitter. Isn't that pretty? I'm thinking about getting these in the shop too, because I think they're absolutely gorgeous. You could also do some little stitching with this. Just take your little marker, make little dots around. Just make sure to let it sit for a minute and dry. Now, it doesn't take this long, but you have to keep your fingers out of it. And go a little bit slower than I am so that your stitching is in line. Whoops. Okay, let's see if I can. There we go. Then you can glue that in as soon as that dries. I did put a little paper clip on the back of one of these. You could put this in here somewhere. Be cute, glued down right there. Clipped on there. That's cute. So just take some of these pieces and put little paper clips on them. I'm still thinking very seriously about putting that there, even though it's going to be a little bit of bulk with that center in there. Now I could take that center off and just use a little piece of bling and it wouldn't be quite so big. And then we'll just tie this together. And there you go. That would look cute with a piece of lace too, to do that with a piece of lace. So that is the little mini album made using product from the E-Club kit for January, okay? And you still have papers left that you can do other things with. And then this is what we did yesterday using the little bag. Isn't that cute? Alright guys, that is it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give us the thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and we will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.